Hello, everyone. I'm here to announce that the 3 hour plus infinite Minecraft plan has officially failed. So sad. And as always, when a plan like this fails, or when I'm unproductive for a lot of days, it always warrants, you guys guessed it, another productivity video. You guys, yeah. My friends always make good fun of me of making too many productivity videos. This is my eighth productivity video, which means I have consistently remained unproductive. Yay. Okay. Anyways. Uh so yeah. Let's see. Why has this 3 hours plan failed? I honestly don't know. Maybe one possible reason is I just don't have enough motivation to finish my zombie video. Yeah, just to recap for you guys who don't know what the 3 hour plan is. It's basically if I do 3 hours of writing college essays each day, then I get to do infinite video editing, Minecraft playing, whatever. Right? Maybe I just don't have that big of a motivation to finish my zombie video, so it doesn't translate well over to my essays. But nevertheless, I should have theoretically enough self motivation because I want to get into a good school, right? I should have enough self motivation from my wanting to get into a good school to motivate myself to work on these essays because they are important. Now I have a couple explanations, maybe like three-ish, of why I lack the self motivation, and even with the external motivation of editing this Schneckaroo video, that I just don't do the essays. Now, the first reason is just, the first reason, I guess, is just, I, it's just not big enough motivation. Just doesn't translate well enough. And what I mean by that is, I want to get into a good school very, very badly, right? Because I think getting into a good school would be very good for my future, for my education, for the people I meet, just in all aspects. The resources I have access to. It's definitely not just for the name. It's just like a good school is a good school, right? But the thing is, I just I guess it just doesn't translate over for me. Oh, because I want to get into this school, I should write this essays. Like logically, everything makes sense for me in my head. Like, oh, I should do these 3 hours. And logically, when I'm thinking it through, planning out the next day, I'm like, okay, today I'm going to do my 3 hours because I know I want to get into this good school. I know I want to edit my video. And I know I like being productive too. I hate being unproductive. I hate just sitting there watching YouTube shorts and watching my life away. It's just so bad. I hate that feeling. But for some reason, I just don't have the motivation. Like, I watch 10 minutes, I go play around a game pigeon, which is fun, I guess, but it's just I hate that feeling of passing a single day and then you haven't done anything, and that's what I've been feeling every single day. And so I guess maybe it's just that the motivation of not being unproductive just doesn't translate over in a clear enough to my like subconscious brain. Like logically, it makes 100% for me. Or maybe I'm just making excuses for myself. Maybe I should just like stop what I'm doing and actually start doing. Like maybe that's just maybe I'm just like being uh, underestimating myself. Maybe I do have the power. Maybe I do have the willpower to control myself, and I shouldn't doubt myself in having that willpower and just like go ahead and do it. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. But that's one reason. Just lack of intrinsic motivation and unable to translate the wanting of uh, a good college to actually working substantially on the essays. Okay. Now, the second reason is just laziness. You know, it's not only college work that I've been kind of slacking off on. It's just been everything work. Like, I just like haven't done actual good studying, work, homework, or stuff in like almost a year, I would say. Like after I finished studying for my physics competition and my Scioli, I just like okay, so that was like half a year, but I just like absolutely just went into relax mode. Oh yeah, and APs. So I guess like okay, APs I didn't really study for that much, but I guess it's just like uh I uh, I just have lost the, like, you know how everyone says the brain is a muscle, right? But I think focus is also a muscle too. I guess if you don't focus for long enough, then you eventually lose the discipline and ability to focus well. And I think that's what's happened to me. My focus muscle has atrophied. Or and this is also part of the self-confidence part, right? Because if I keep having the mentality that, oh, I don't have the ability to focus, I can't focus on this, then it'll like reinforce myself in actually not focusing. So maybe, like, talking about this now, I'm realizing part of the problem might just be I keep telling myself, oh wow, today was so unproductive. What am I doing? I can't focus at all. Like, what is wrong with me? Maybe instead I should be like, oh, uh, you do have the ability to focus. So tomorrow you should actually try and focus. Maybe I should start thinking like that. You know? Yeah. But yeah, that's just the second reason. Like, just the intrinsic lack of ability to focus, or some just like, I don't know. I'm just too unfocused. And now the third reason, and this is the most concerning reason, and that is Schnackaroo. Oh, I know. Gasp. Oh, Schnackaroo. What does Schnackaroo have to do with this? Well, okay. It is true. There is a clear correlation between having Schnackaroo and not focusing. Because ever since I started Schnackaroo, I kind of have not focused on anything else. Kind of. Like, I've done my homework, I've done all that, but I just haven't been focused for on like college applications. And maybe that's just the nature of college applications. But I think the problem is, and I've tried, I probably talked about this down the videos, but I've tried to control myself and not, like, okay, you know the fortune cookie? Have I talked about my fortune cookies? I don't know if I have. So there's two. One time we went out to eat at the restaurant. This is the same restaurant as yesterday's video, I think. With a card, yes. And I got the fortune cookie, and the fortune cookie had two fortunes in it. So I'm like, wow, this is such a special fortune cookie. And the two fortunes were what? Aim high in hope and work, and the other one was adversity willingly undergone is a virtue, or something like that. And I think they both make sense to me. The first one I interpreted it. Yeah, okay. So I right now I'm interpreting fortune cookies. But this could be a whole separate video. But anyways, it's just those are pretty good pieces of advice, I think, because especially for my situation. What was I talking? Oh yes. So the problem with Schnackaroo is, I think it's almost like a fever dream. Is that what they call it? Or just like a fantasy for me, you know? It's like, oh wow, if I make this one good video, I'll get a lot of subscribers. And while I convince myself that I only do videos for making a video, and it does really make me happy. I really do like the process of making video. I think I'm still after those views and subscribers, even though I tried to detach myself from it. And like the intrinsic motivation for making a video is purely enough. It's just impossible to not think like that, or very difficult for me to not think like that, in terms of, oh wow, if I make this good video, then I'll get a lot of views and subscribers. And I guess it's just human nature to kind of crave those things, because you do get a adrenaline, dopamine, whatever rush after it, right? Epinephrine, is that the other neurotransmitter? I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So maybe it's just that's like almost as kind of like an addiction. It's my only source of dopamine. But I don't think that's true. I like going to school. I like talking to people. I like doing a lot of other stuff. I think it's just college applications for me, for some reason, just writing essays, the process is just so boring. But, and again, here's a comeback. Maybe I just have to be more positive about it, you know? Maybe I can't think of, oh, it's so boring. Maybe I'm going to be like, oh, don't think about how boring it is. Instead, think about, oh, what I can do when I'm done with it, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe it is Schnackaroo. Because it's such a, like, okay. my my dream for Shinakaru, I guess, my dream is that it becomes kind of like a side job in my future. Like when I actually get a job, it becomes a hobby that also is like a side job kind of thing. And maybe that is very unrealistic, and maybe I think that is quite unrealistic. But at the same time, I can't just I can't help myself but thinking about Shinakaru and the possibilities, and yeah, I think it's good too. But the problem is I'm just like too focused on this one thing that I've kind of lost sight of everything else. Like I just don't really think about, oh wow, what are my possible careers studying physics and stuff, because I really do like physics too, and I think I would have a great career in physics, and I would love to do something in physics, but it's just like Shinakaru has sucked my soul away. It's taking all my attention, and even if I don't put all of my attention on it, all my thought energy or just hoping, dreaming energy that could be used for like college has been sucked by that. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I have found something I'm truly passionate about. But nevertheless, I still want to uh, go to a good college because it sets you up well, right? Because I think, yeah, Shinakaru is kind of just like a lottery ticket for myself. But I'll definitely enjoy the process. You know, I love making videos. I love interacting with my community, and that's why I do Shinaka too. You know. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. It's just I don't know why these are only possible explanations, but I really don't know why I just can't sit down and do my essays. You know, maybe it's just another reason is maybe I just don't view them as important enough. Like I might be like, oh, most of my application is there. I just essays I could just write some random stuff and it'll probably be fine. But it's definitely not like that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to get off my chest, I guess. Hopefully, I can actually be productive now tomorrow. And hopefully, I didn't sound too sad. I don't know. I feel like there's. I don't know if I sound sad. I probably do sound sadder than usual, but hopefully, it wasn't a monotone, boring voice. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to say. But yeah, hopefully I will be able to manage everything well, and we will see. There's only, I guess, 20 more days until regular decision deadline, or hopefully, but yeah, I definitely cannot think like this, or else I will not do my regular essays. There's only like what, almost 1 week until early decisions come out. So yeah, okay. But yeah, another key takeaway, one final concluding remark, I guess, is that I feel like, I don't know, my ability to focus is definitely declined. Or maybe it's just, like, I feel like my previous, maybe it's just the subject matter. Like, my previous intensity and fervor for, like, studying physics and stuff, like, my 3 hours back then, or, like, learning new stuff, I think, was, like, so much better than my writing essays now. And even when I'm like learning new stuff now, I don't think I am as engaged. But maybe that's just part of growing older. Maybe I just have to like hype myself up more, you know? Because yeah. So I guess the key takeaways for myself, and I guess you guys can take away from this too, is just like maybe I have to believe in myself more, believe in my ability to focus more, and actually just like focus, and don't be afraid to ask my parents to help me, like watch over me, or just like help guide me if I need them, right? And I think that's a good takeaway to take. And I guess the takeaway for you guys is, if you guys are going through the same thing as me, maybe you can do some of the same things I've talked about, or I find that like talking about stuff on Schnacka 2 is such a good way to sort things out. Like talking here has made me realize a lot of stuff. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys for listening to my incessant ramblings on productivity. Hopefully, as I've said in this last video, this is the second to last one, and then or the second to last negative one, and then I can make a video about my success, about how productive I was. But yeah. All right. If you guys liked the video, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to Schnacka 2, subscribe to Schnackaroo in the description. I will be sleeping right after this video, sleeping early, improving my sleep schedule. Very good. Yeah. But yeah, join my Discord, subscribe, hit that notification bell. But yeah, thank you all for being here, for me, listening to me talk, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.